Kaboom! Hi everyone, Tim Kitso here, the voice of NBA Jam, and welcome to Nostalgia Hour. Join Ed as he plays classic sports games and rips open packs to give away to you. Yes, you, the viewer. Nostalgia Hour is on fire. Boom shakalaka!
What's going on, everybody? Toos on Ed here, bringing you another Nostalgia Hour. Actually, a series of Nostalgia Hours. They will not all air back to back. They'll kind of be fill-in episodes when needed. But I'm doing something a little bit different here. Listen, it's no mystery that my stuff is a little bit different on the Bench Clear Network than a lot of the other stuff that's out there. I don't have a huge card collection. I just enjoy cards. I enjoy collecting them. And I enjoy having the community that I have built around baseball cards. With that being said, my love obviously is kind of reliving my past, and that's part of what this hobby is for me. It's not necessarily to amass this massive collection. It's reliving my past a little bit, collecting guys that I enjoy watching now. So I don't think it's really it's not really in any of our best interests for me to be showing off, my collection or whatever on this channel. So what this channel is all about entertainment and trying to bring some entertainment to this network, and bringing some card and a love for this hobby in at the same time. So I hope you guys appreciate that. And where am I going with all this? Well, with this series, I'm going to be doing something I hope will be kind of fun for everybody that has been tuning into this, and hopefully will bring in some new memories. What's going on, everyone? Ed here from the Bench Clear Media team. One of my biggest contributions to the team is my love for developing useful programs and apps. People often ask me, how do you do that? The answer is pretty straightforward. You learn how to program. And it's really not as hard or scary as you think. And Treehouse makes it even easier. Treehouse is an online technology school that helps students learn the skills they need to get a job in tech. Designing websites, creating apps, and so much more. The way courses and tracks are designed just makes learning a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it for months, and I know you will too. Check the description below for a link for a 7-day free trial. One of my favorite games of all time, not just recent, not just baseball, but of all time period, was a very obscure and not easy to find NES game called Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball. If you are familiar with it, you probably fell in love with it just like I did. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do on this series is, the way Dusty Diamonds works is you build a team, and then you basically take a team through a tournament of winning 5 games on 5 different fields, and then playing the champions, which is the Amazons. It's an all-women's softball team that are amazing, and playing them in a professional style baseball stadium. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a little excerpt from the manual about what this is all about right now. Mudville was the site of the classic poem Casey at Bat. But Mudville has another, and some say even greater claim to fame. Each year, the world's finest softball players gather in Mudville to battle for the world's all-star softball championship. 60 top-ranked players compete on 6 different fields, from a rocky sandlot to a manicured Major League stadium. For serious softballers, it's the All-Star Game and the World Series rolled into one. Now, it's tournament time, and once more the sports fans everywhere are eagerly following the classic contest. Can your team, with a little advice from Dusty Diamond, the legendary all-time All-Star, play fiercely enough to win? Or will last year's champions, the awesome Amazons, triumph again? There's only one way to find out. Choose your team and play ball. So, with that being said, the way the game works is you pick a team of 10 players. And these players are very unique. They have unique abilities. Some can fly, some can float, some can go through water. Some are not affected by terrain. Some can rob home runs. Some play better at night. Some play better in the stadiums under the lights. Some play better at the school. Some, the list goes on and on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my team, and my goal is to pick my team, and then what I would like you guys to do in the comments after this first video. I'm not going to play in this first video. So I don't know. It may be an extremely boring video. We'll see. But what I'm going to do is pick my team. I'm going to read the excerpt for each of these players. And what I would love you guys to do in the comments is pick a player from, say, baseball player from, say, 1988 to 1992. So a 4-year range there, just because I have a lot of junk wax in that era. So you'll see where I'm going with this. What I'd like you to do is pick a player from that time frame that you think best matches the character that I have picked. It doesn't have to necessarily be a name match or anything, but I'm going to read what their abilities are, or their little paragraph, and then we're going to build a team, and then I'm going to attempt to get to the Amazons and beat the Amazons in a few episodes. Now, this game plays fairly quick, so the episodes may not be an hour long. So that is kind of my goal. I hope it works out. I appreciate you guys going down this journey with you, because I absolutely 100% love this game. And anyone I've introduced it to loves this game. And me and my friends had some battles. I still have my original cartridge. It's the only Nintendo game I have. I don't even have a Nintendo. In the manual, there is circles of where I had circled players that I wanted, and my buddies would circle players that they wanted, and we would build our teams. So, with that being said, I'm going to start Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball. I'll kind of talk about it a little bit along the way, and you can all see what's going on. So, here it is, Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball. It does have passwords, which we probably won't have to use. I'm going to play one player. Now, there's two options for play. You can play fast pitch, softball, or slow pitch. I'm going to play fast pitch just because it plays a little bit more like baseball. If you play slow pitch, it's 10 players. There's 4 outfielders. It's obviously slow pitch. It's easier to hit. But if you hit a foul ball on with 2 strikes, you're automatically out. Just like in slow pitch. You can't steal bases in slow pitch softball. So I'm going to play fast pitch because it plays just like regular baseball rules. And then here is the stadiums. The first one we're going to play at here is the Sandlot, and I'll read you kind of what they say about the, or not the Sandlot, it is the Sandlot, sorry. So the Sandlot Fields, since this is the smallest field, homers are easy to hit. The outfield has some surprises, such as uneven grass, rocks, and posts that can get in your way. So the playing abilities of your outfielders are crucial. So a lot of players have different abilities based on what field you're playing on, but you're not changing your team from game to game. So you're kind of trying to build this team that works well on all fields. So we're going to pick the Sandlot here. Here's the local rules. There's actually a home run line, so if you catch the ball over that line, it's still an out. If the ball rolls past that line, you can keep on running. There's no stopping. And the batter's out on a foul ball is caught on a fly, which is typical of rules. So here are the players. All right. So I'm just going to kind of go. I have several favorites that I always pick. I'm going to go with them first. My first pick is always Slick. So what I'm going to do is as I pick each one of these, I'm going to read a little bit on them. And then the computer's going to come through behind me and pick players, all right? So here we go. Slick Slickster. Let me find him. All right, Slick Slickster. Although he's still in elementary school, Slick is an outstanding defensive player. As a matter of fact, he's my choice for the #1 defensive player. He can be a very effective hitter too. So there we go. There is Slickster. So let me know who you think he would remind you of. Somebody young that's great and defensive in the 80s and 90s. I will probably put him at shortstop. My second pick is usually Eddie, Fast Eddie, just because that was my nickname growing up playing baseball, so I usually pick Eddie second. Let's see what it says about Eddie. Fast Eddie B. Eddie is a short-range hitter during the day, but becomes a power hitter at night. A real nightlife kind of guy. He's a good fielder, too. All in all, a valuable player. So one thing I didn't mention is there is time progression during the game. So the longer innings take, at some point you'll start to progress to dusk and then into nighttime. So Eddie obviously becomes more of a power hitter at nighttime, so he's good to have in there for end of games. All right, my third pick typically is Mikey. Where's Mikey? Actually, I think they're on Mikey right now. So I'm going to skip Mikey for now, and I'm going to go with... I'm going to go down here and pick... actually, where's Fuji? Fuji right here. I'm going to pick third. He's going to be my catcher. So let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Fuji. All right, Fuji Yamamoto. Fuji has excellent hitting and blocking abilities. He could be a central player in your team, strong till he tires. So some players can have a tackling ability where if they slide into you, they knock the ball out of your hand and they're safe automatically. There's other guys that if you're caught in a rundown, they'll knock the ball out of your hand, A-Rod style, and move on to base. Fuji has a blocking ability, so he stops that from happening, so he's a great catcher to have. So fourth, I'm going to go... All right, so where is Mikey? There's Mikey. So Mikey is going to be the fifth pick. He will be in left field. Let me tell you why I love Mikey. Mikey, the Rock Montrose. Mikey's throwing arm is terrifyingly strong. Good glove, good arm, and he can hit the long ball. Although his constant errors make him an unreliable player, he can definitely be worth having on your team. So in my opinion, his incredibly strong arm makes up for his fielding issues. And when I say incredibly strong arm, I mean incredibly strong, and you will see in a bit. So after him, I usually try to find Sparky if he's still available. He may have gotten taken already. Let's see. Sparky is the other one with an incredibly strong arm. There he is. There's Sparky. So let me know who Sparky sounds like to you guys. Here we go, Sparky. All right, Sparky Mackeldrag. Sparky has a strong arm and can come in handy as a utility player. The only problem is this guy makes a lot of errors. He can throw, he can hit, he can climb, but he can't field to save his life. So I usually stick Sparky in right field because he does have an incredible arm just like Mikey, but he can also climb fences to rob home runs. Oh, and I didn't mention I usually put Eddie in center field. So there we go. Those are my typical guys I always pick. So from here on out, it's just going to kind of be what I think. I'm going to go ahead and go with Zelda because I know I'm going to be playing one game at the school. So Zelda here. All right, Zelda. Zelda uses her broom as a bat. Her batting ability is very strongly bed to the chance and luck. But that bat is wicked and effective. And for whatever reason, she does really well at the school. So I usually try to pick her up just because she does well at the school. I'm not sure where I'll put her in the field. She may play second base or first base. I'm thinking about picking up Diablo just because he's a very interesting and fun character. So let's grab Diablo next. All right, Diablo Jones. Diablo's metal bat gives him a phenomenal hitting power. Perfect as a catcher and a cleanup hitter. He'll hit them hard and long, but don't ask him to field. So I'll either put him at catcher or first base, depending on where I want to put Fuji. So he actually swings a mace, like a medieval weapon, a mace. So that will be Diablo. Other than that, Froggy's good sometimes if you have places with water, but it's very few. Lewis is good sometimes. Where's Lewis? He might be gone. Oh, I know who I want. I want Flip. Is Flip still available? There's Flip. So Flip's going to be my starting pitcher. Flip, one of the country's leading pitchers. Flip draws on his expertise in bodybuilding. His unique pitching style can make a fool out of the batter. So there we go. Flip is our pitcher. We need probably a third baseman. Somebody with a decent arm. All right, next I'm going to pick up Sid right here with the green mohawk. Sid Savage, an excellent defensive player. Sid is a versatile player who would be excellent playing third base and batting second. He covers a lot of ground and always gets a jump on the ball. And then, let's see, so my last one is pretty much going to be my relief pitcher slash pinch hitter. All right, for my final player and reliever, I'm going to pick up Johnny Belarski. Johnny can be an excellent power hitter. He can also make an excellent catcher because he has a strong throwing arm. Very good tackler as well. So that is the team. We're going to call us the E team because I am Tucson Ed. Let's see what T is, just for fun. The Titans. No. The E team. So I'll set my lineup, and while you can see all the players here. And yeah, let me know what players from 88 to 92 remind you of these players here. So fielding positions, Slick is at short. We've got Flip pitching. We've got Eddie in center field. We got, I think we'll leave Fuji first, and we're going to put Diablo catching. Mikey goes in left. Sparky goes in right. Sid at third. Zelda at second. That all looks good. Change our batting order. Let's have Sid bat second, like they suggest. Oops. And we will have Diablo hitting fourth. We'll have Mikey hitting third. Fuji fifth. That's good. I like that. I like that. All right. And that will take us into our first game for another episode, because I want to get your feedback on which players you think these players remind you of going into this final game. All right. Sorry there wasn't any action in this video, but hopefully just talking about this game got you excited to see it being played here in a future episode. All right. I will talk to you guys very soon.
Kaboom!